I will restore to you the years that the locust had eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, the pomegranate worm, and many great armies which I send amongst you. And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that he had dealt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. In times when it's just things you happen, misfortunes, heartaches, and let's make it plain. Lost your job, got divorced, things just happen. God will restore you those years that you lost, that you never thought you would get back again. And God used He used insects to destroy crops. Sometimes God allowed the enemy to do it, or God sent the enemy to do it, just so he can give you two reasons why. Well, why God would allow things or send things our way to do it. Two things. To correct you. First one. He want to correct you. He want to get you right. And he want to reset you. To get you to the right path where you're going. You know, like when you're in a GPS and you're going the wrong way, and he'll reroute you. And he'll allow situations to come on, not because for your evil, because where you're going, you're not going on a path he presents to you. You're not going on a purpose. And sometimes God has allowed certain things to shut down in your life to get you going in the right direction. That's why certain people left your life. That's why it wasn't meant for you to go on that job or to marry this individual. God will allow them to break up. God will send a worm. God will send a locust. God will send a pestilence in your life to destroy the very thing that you want the most. But sometimes what you want may not be good for you. A lot of things I want, I found out. And let me say this. When we preached, we always preached the things you want was sinful. But what do you do if you want something and it's holy and it's righteous, but God don't want you to have it? You know, you might want to be, you want this job and it made more money and there's nothing wrong, ain't nothing sinful because God said you got to work. There's nothing wrong with getting a new job and moving on and better. But what if you don't know that the job going to shut down in 3 or 4 months? Or a situation going to be that you drive that far, you're going to fall asleep at the wheel and boom. Or whatever. But God sees the future and he said, no, you've been denied. You know you was the best qualified. They told you they're going to send you an offer and something happened. And he said, God, why this happened to me? Or you about to get married or engaged to somebody and y'all supposed to get together and we're going to have this wonderful life and we're going to have 2-point kids and all this stuff and we're going to have a white picket fence and we had all this plans and planning a wedding and the person just walked off or went with somebody else. You're like, God, why? But you don't know that person was going to leave you in 2 years. And God will allow a worm to come in your life to destroy it. Or you've been living in sin. You've been doing, smoking, drinking, and God will allow things to collapse in your life to get you straight, to get you right with him, to get you out of that situation. So God will allow that to happen. But when all that you lost, all the things that happened in my past and everything I lost, God sent a restoration act. He said the years that the locusts have eaten and all the worms that eaten, he will restore. And I believe every worm represent a situation. Like a locust is like a grasshopper. And he'll come up and eat up, devour crops. Locust is the most destructive insect you want to have when it comes to livestock and crops. Because, not only will they destroy the corn and all that, they destroy your livestock. They destroy the grass. So even though when they eat up the grass, they're going to starve out the animals. They destruct them, and they come in swarms. So the Bible says when the enemy comes in like a flood. Have you ever had something go on in your life that the washer broke down, the hot water heater broke down, this broke down, that broke down, and you just like, and you making it rain with repairs and bills. And you said, well, Lord, I had a season of good and plenty. You remember when the season when you had more money that you don't know what to do with? And then you have a season when you like, I can't do nothing no more because everything tight. But you know what? We okay. When a good and plenty, so the misconception of good and plenty? Good and plenty will continue. And the misconception of lack will never go nowhere. But both of them are a lie. Good and plenty won't continue, and lack won't stay with you. It's a season. And how you prepare for lack, you prepare for lack and good and plenty. Because a worm will come. Bible says prepare for war in the time of peace. Count up a cost before you lay a foundation in the building. Because if you lay a foundation and you can't finish it, Bible says better not to lay it, because people will talk about you that you started something, couldn't finish, and it's an embarrassment to you. So a worm gonna come. So a locust come. He said a cankerworm come, which is like a moth. A cankerworm is something that will eat up your success. Something that you work so hard for. It will eat up fruit. It will eat it like from the root. Have you ever had, look at all the stars. Look at Bill Cosby, and I use him for example. Modeled as far as, America's dad. Most people who ain't have fathers looked at the Cosby Show like that's a good family. We used to call he one of them Cosby kids. Watch the syndicated shows. One scandal, one thing, one situation happened. Now you can't see the Cosby Show. You don't see Fat Albert. You don't see, they snatch everything. And the whole life of legacy of good works was eaten up with someone or something they did in their past. Now, I'm not judging whether it's true or not, but a cankerworm came in. Look at Michael Jackson. Wasn't even true. But he did something wrong, and all that spinning and all the $1 million albums, now that's what people remember. And God said that will come if you don't stay in him. That's a cankerworm. That's something that's going to canker, something going to soar, something going to come in and devour your reputation, your success. That will come in your life if you don't stay in Christ Jesus. But God will restore your name. See, one thing about it, when you're in Christ, people can lie. I had a cankerworm come up to me. I had people on the internet say, they ain't no pastor. When things broke loose, folk were talking about me like I was a piece of garbage. But he restored that name back. And our name is bigger than what it was before. All night long yesterday, I hearing about y'all. I hearing about y'all. Everybody come, I hear about y'all church. I hear about y'all church. I say, I don't, but thank God. Because you don't know. The worst thing, and I tell people, success don't feel successful when you get there. You could be restored and don't even know it. Why? Because you went through a process of fight. When you've been fighting and you got cut, beat, sore, You don't feel, when you come out of the battle, you don't feel like you won a victory. You know, it's honestly, if you like, look at the Rocky movies. Adrian, he won, but look how he looked. Everybody jumping up and down. They can celebrate better than Rocky. Rocky can't celebrate till 2 weeks later till he can walk and heal. The next day I know Rocky he didn't feel like a champion. And sometimes when you're successful, you don't feel like a champion. Because you got beat up so bad trying to obtain it. You can't even enjoy it. And here's the scary part about what things got cankered in your life and got messed up and devoured in your life. The problem I have, and I had to say, God had to teach me. I had to get teachings on this. I got beat up so bad, and I've been in lack so long. When I did get blessed, when money did look better, when things got better, I was waiting for it. I couldn't even enjoy it because I say, yeah, I know I got this, but I'm waiting for the next baseball bat to hit me. Sometimes when you've been in a fight so long, you can't even enjoy that you won this victory because you're getting prepared for the next battle. But God had to take me to the Word and say, look, hold up. When Joseph came out of the pit, came out of Potiphar's house, came out of the prison, notice one thing people don't preach on. He didn't go back. He died in the palace. And all those years, he spent more of his life in the palace than in the prison, in the pit, and at Potiphar's house. And when God restored you, you ain't gonna get hit in the back of the head no more. Something ain't gonna happen to you. You too old. I learned, God said, I know you can't fight that battle. You fought that battle when you was younger. I'm not gonna put that same battle on you older. You will lose. So I got to act for you. I got something in plan that I will restore you the years of what you lost. He said a caterpillar, insect, another devourer. Years lost. Things happen. Money. You know, right now I still regret finances I lost. Though a broken down divorce. I can't go back there. I put away the documents. God said, put away the documents. I had to put away documents because every time I look at the legal fees and the life savings, it put me in another spirit. Because I saw the cankerworm. And here's the problem with the cankerworm. That it was cankered for no reason. It was devoured for no real reason. It could have been done simpler, cheaper. Have you ever done certain, you know how folk just raise hell just to raise hell? Just to get in drama? It's not that serious. We could have done it better than this. So when you got those years come in and you look at, and here's how hard it is. I knew how long, I'm gonna ask you a question. Look how long would it take some of us to get $5,000 or $10,000 if you can? Look how long it would take you to save up $5,000. Say when you saved up $5,000, $6,000 in the bank, you know, or $10,000, and you met somebody or something happened, and you helped somebody out or whatever happened, and in 10 days or 10 minutes, all that was gone. How you gonna feel? Ooh, yes. That's a cankerworm. That's a caterpillar that's tore it up too. And that when this is what the caterpillar do. Caterpillar are quiet. They sliver up. Have you had somebody sliver up and just took stuff out your life? Folk you didn't know what was going on, like, wait a minute, what you doing? Next one, the pomegranate worm, which is another caterpillar, but they suddenly appear. They come out of nowhere. Have you ever had stuff just come out of nowhere? Have you ever just had issues that I remember one day my life was fine. Everything was peachy keen. And a week later, and I had to literally sit down and say this to God, my whole life changed in a matter of a week. I had a job, I had money, I had a family, and I said, Lord, 2 weeks ago, I was all right. And now, a week later, you might as well have me in a drama, in a good drama movie. You know the one, a Tyler Perry movie, one of those movies. I had a Tyler Perry movie. I'm talking the one with the man, the man hit the woman or the woman left the man and all that and how he came back. That's one of them Tyler Perry movies where everything came back, and I had one of them. But the ending wasn't there yet. The happy ending wasn't, I was still in the middle of the movie. I'm just starting to see some happy endings. But that's now the years that the cankerworm is cooked. God said, I'll promise you. And he said, all things work for them that love the Lord. He'll work everything together, the good, the bad, the ugly. He used